What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel on this beautiful New England day. It's about 60 degrees out here, which is awesome. Pretty big difference from the last time I came out here and recorded with 2 feet of snow on the ground. This is my second round today. Go check out the video right before this, the simulator video. Did a little bit of a lengthy intro on that one, explaining kind of what's going on, but real quick for a summary. Changed a few things around, got my 7-iron back, switched back to my 3-wood shaft here, hit a ton of balls in between the last time I played. I wasn't very happy with when I played out here in the snow. Hit close to 2,000 balls in about a week and a half. Kind of overdid things and kind of got some overuse injuries with my obliques on both sides. So dealing with a little bit of injury issue on both sides of my abs here, but we're going to give it a go. Didn't have anything recorded, so I want to come out. This is the nicest day in about 2 weeks. So bundled up, got a little bit of a sweat going. Hopefully my extra heavy-duty clothes will keep me warm and keep my muscles a little bit looser, but we're going to give it a go. Just played a executive course. We're going to give a championship a go. Because of my oblique issues or whatnot, swinging a little bit easier, but we're going to see how this goes. Sticking with the Villages series. So for this one, we are at the second course at Glenview Champions. This is a 27-hole championship course. Located at 3190 Glenview Road in the village of Glenbrook. This course, last time I was out here in the snow, I played Fox Run. This course, this 9-hole course that we're playing, is called Stirrup Cup. Haven't played this course in real life, so kind of going in blind, but we're going to see how it goes. Only 2 tee box options, men's and women's, so luckily it'll be a little bit easier, me swinging just a tad easier, trying not to make any of my injuries any worse, but haven't hit driver yet. First course was all par 3s, which was what I wanted, so this should be interesting, given the driver swing, back with the 3-wood shaft again. So we'll see. For the rundown, Garmin Approach R10 behind me on a DIY level stand. I'm back to my regular settings with 5,200 feet on the altitude, 65% humidity, and 85 degrees. If you guys remember, last time I was out here with the snow, I had to raise up the stand that the R10 was on just to get some better reads. I think the snow was messing with it, but back down to where I'm comfortable with everything. I feel good about the numbers I'm getting. Country Club Elite mat, DIY stance mat, brand new sleeve of Callaway Superfast balls, going with a slightly lower tee, 10x7 nets, and home tee here you're seeing within the Garmin Golf app. So without further ado, let's get into it. First hole, par 4, first driver swing of the day, 381. I mentioned it in the first one, but throughout the course of my basically 2,000 shots within like a week and a half period, there was one day in particular that I hit the ball, I think the best I ever have. So looking forward to getting more towards that as this season goes. Obviously, as you would expect, I did that. I thought, all right, golf is a game where if you're hitting it bad, you think you're never going to find it again. You hit it good, and you got all the confidence in the world. You think, all right, I figured it out. I'm good. And go figure, obviously, the next couple times I came out wasn't quite as good. But going to be working towards that, basically just working on a little bit slower, deeper turn in the backswing, a little bit more controlled. And floating the ball a little bit lower, get a little bit more compression on some of the irons. But let's see how this goes. First tee shot here. All right, a little bit toey, not the quickest in the world. Should be, I would think, maybe 250-ish, 260-ish, depends on what happens with that bunker. 255 into the rough, not terrible. Again, still trying to keep things moderate swing speed wise. I was really going after it a few times I was out here practicing, so not expecting to be bombing it, although I was absolutely hammering the ball that one time, which felt really good to really swing hard at things and still make good contact. But maybe as I keep going here, we'll creep back up a little bit, some distance-wise, but decent start. Second shot, 136, down 3, but we're in the rough, so 133, and then we're going to need another, we'll call it 14 yards, so 143, 147. Gonna go 9-iron, slightly choked down. It's going to be about 80% 9-iron. Usually I play this to about 155 or so. So we'll see. Don't need quite that much, but don't want to choke down too much and leave it short. Oh, that was really thin, low, and left. Hopefully it gets lucky. And we got really lucky. That was the worst strike of the day. Felt pretty good about the first round. Hopefully this isn't where the game's going for the rest of the day, but we squeaked out a par. That was a horrendous strike, but we got lucky. On to the second hole. I'm gonna grab a drink real quick, try to stay hydrated the best that I can. Alright, even through one. Second hole, par 4, 374, slight dogleg left. Gotta get up and over this water. I think I'll probably leave it about there. Still not the quickest in the world, but that was better contact. That should be pretty much down the middle, maybe with a little bit of a draw, we'll see. But pretty much down the middle. That could be, again, 260-ish. 258, we'll take it. Controlled swing, that was pretty close to the middle of the club face. That felt pretty good. Decent swing there for, I feel like I'm only swinging at about 75%. Keeping my oblique ab strain issues in mind, but pretty good swing right down the middle. 122 left, up 2, so we're at 124. We're gonna go approach wedge. Hit this approach wedge for like 6 holes in a row or something, it felt like, in the first round. So this is gonna be basically a full approach wedge here, and try to flight it a little bit lower. 1 is just a better shot, but 2, try to keep this into the net. This approach wedge is 51 degrees, so sometimes if I pop it up and swing full at it, I can get up and over the net real easy. So try to flight this a little bit lower. Let's see if we can get the number we're looking for out of this. Healy popped it up. Hopefully that catches the front left side. Alright, Garmin had that fading a little bit. Got lucky though. Warmer temperatures out here. Despite some bad contact and slower swings, I think I'm going to be able to get a little bit extra distance. Birdie, better be lucky than good, but we'll take that for sure. On to the third hole, par 5. Brings us to 1 under. 483. Dogleg right. Aim up this right side. That's a pop-up. That's going to be about 200, if that. $219. Yikes. Well, at least we're in play. I hit the tee. It sounded, I know sometimes the mic doesn't pick up exactly what I'm hearing, but I made contact with the tee first, so it was a weird noise on that. That ball was like partially on the crown of the driver. Luckily it didn't leave a mark or anything, but not the best contact there. Long way home, 275. I'm gonna take out the 4 hybrid for the first time today. See how this goes. Not trying to do anything special. We got a long way home. Luckily we're just on the side of the fairway, so no reduction, but 275 to the pin. It wants us to hit 239 down 1 right there. I don't love those bunkers in those trees, but I mean, I could go this way. Actually, I think that's probably a little bit better. I think there's a decent chance no matter where I hit that, I'm going to end up either in a bunker towards the trees. At least there's a little bit of an opening there. So we're going to go 4 hybrid up there. Usually play this to about 240 or so. We'll see if I get that. A little bit of a pop-up, caught it a little bit heavy towards the right. It's not going to be 240, but 219 into the bunker. Hit worse. It is a par 5, so we got a chance here. Starting to feel a little bit of tightness in my sides, just a little bit, but let's see if we can finesse this bunker shot onto the green here. 58 yards, 20% is going to be at least 12 yards, maybe even a little bit more. So that brings us up to 70. We're going to go approach wedge and we'll see. I'm going to try to play about 75 here. We'll see. Left it out to the right. Decent contact though. Sit. Ooh, it checked up luckily. I kind of shot off the club face. Made halfway decent contact, but I popped it up and left it to the right, but I think I swung a little bit too hard at that, so if that didn't check up the way it would, that would have been off the back of the green, but we'll take it. Still 1 under through 3. 4th hole, par 3, 170. I'm gonna go 8 iron. Usually been playing this to about 165. I think I can get 170. Even if I hit it 165, this still should be front side of the green. And like I mentioned, that day that I came out here, kind of have some of those numbers that I was hitting in the back of my head. Not that, I mean, that was the pretty much one and only time of my golf career I was hitting it that good. Definitely can't be playing clubs to that number anymore, but I was hitting this 8 iron upwards of 170, 180, even a couple times into the 190s. Don't think that'll happen here, but I know it's in there somewhere deep down. That should have the distance, but it was thin and left. All things considered, not terrible. Kind of what I'm talking about though, with some of that swing changes I'm making, that extra distance, that was pretty poorly struck, and we still got 170 out of it for birdie. Somehow, I think that brings us to 2 under, and it does. So, kind of a generous lucky round so far, but we'll take it. 376. Sometimes you just need some of those lucky bounces to go your way, even though if you're not hitting it great. 5th hole, par 4, 376, dogleg left. Let's see if I can make a little more better contact, center of the face wise, with the old driver here. Up the right side, still a little bit high on the face. It's not going to be super far, but should be in play. Looks like it's coming back a little bit. Maybe about 240, 250, we'll see. Ooh, got a little bit of a roll out there. 266. Didn't feel like I hit it quite that good, but maybe just a slightly higher launch. Get that extra rollout in the fairway here with Home Tee Hero, as opposed to landing in the rough of the bunker. So we will take that. Eventually, I've been looking at Scotty Bryson, some other kind of driver type videos. Hopefully I don't want to swing and have this pickup, but basically what I've been looking at and want to try to do is eventually, I saw kind of a drill just standing here, and really get your weight through the ball. And actually, Scotty gets crazy with his feet, but I want to practice out here a couple times and work on kind of almost coming through and kind of sliding my feet to really get through the ball with some extra power, use the ground a little bit, and kind of rotate almost my feet and slide it. Should be able to get my weight more through the ball with a little more power. I want to work towards that feeling and kind of get my feet sliding a little bit. 126 left. Could go full approach wedge. I'm going to go choke down pitching wedge just for the sake of keeping this ball into the net. Decent contact, a little bit heely, popped it up a little bit, but we didn't need a ton on it. Should be enough to get it there. Ooh. Go in the hole. Oh, that thing it came out left and was starting to come back to the right. I thought that was going to have a chance there. Still pretty good, but not quite in the hole. Another bird on the card though. This has turned into a halfway decent round here. Frustrating too, despite literally trying to hit it with weight further forward, more forward shaft lean, compress the ball and flight it lower. Despite how hard I try to do that sometimes, still my body just does not want to cooperate and still pop it up, which is very frustrating when you're trying with all of your effort and your mindset to do one thing and your body just does not allow you to do it. We got lucky on that one and worked out, but I'm sure you guys can relate with trying to do certain things with your golf swing and your body just does not allow it, despite how hard, how focused you are trying to do a certain thing. All right, let's see if we can get another drive out there. 260 plus. Low launch, a little bit heely, but that was hit a little bit harder. We'll see. All right, 260 plus. Lower launch than the last one, but again, that was a little bit quicker. Pretty similar result. Managing our way around halfway decent. Pretty happy with 3 under somehow. 132 up 1. So we got 133. Just gonna go pretty much stock smooth pitching wedge here. Heely, pop up left. Should be enough to get it there, but not the best strike in the world. It'll work though. That day that I came out here and I was bombing everything, I was overdoing it, launching things too low. I was kind of just hitting low line drives, which again, you want to be able to stop the ball on the green like that. It was a little bit too much, but my mindset was increasing speed, distance, launching it lower, and if I can get into a habit of doing that consistently, I should be able to just, when I need to, flight it a little bit higher and try to just, on average, lower my ball flight and get some extra distance, more control. When it's super windy, get that lower piercing ball flight, and then when I need to, kind of hit it a little bit higher, but still work in progress. 7th hole, par 5, dog leg left, and a pretty decent one at that. We're going to keep it up this right side just because I don't want to lose a stroke into the water here. We got a pretty decent score going, 3 under through 6. See if I can get this in the fairway. Most likely have to hit probably a 4 hybrid up towards the green. Give ourselves a chance here. low line drive up the left, and it's a good thing we aimed right because that is up the left side. But if it gets through that bunker, not the best strike in the world, but we got it to work. Still feel like I'm rushing my transition and my backswing. I really want to slow my backswing down. When I was hitting it really good the other day, I was keeping good width, nice and slow, and then just firing through, letting my hands drop just for feels like eternity, but for a second, and then really turning and firing through. I got to work on, I get so excited to hit the ball hard. I come up and I feel like I'm losing a lot of power by when I'm up here. I try to swing so hard at the top. I'm coming over the top and you're losing so much speed versus letting those hands drop and really letting the club whip through within the slot versus wasting a lot of energy at the top. Easier said than done, obviously, but second shot, 325 left, long way home. There is nothing in my bag that is going to get remotely close to this. I could tee it up again and still not even be within 50 yards of this green. So just going to hit a nice, smooth 4 hybrid, and I'm going to favor this right side. I would rather be in the bunker over there just in case I pull one. A little bit thin, a little bit heely, but that should be about 230, 240. Well, maybe not if it hits the rough. And we still got 231 out of it. That was decent. I thought that was a little bit more of a pull. Garmin had that starting left and fading, but either way, not too bad. All right. We did find ourselves in the bunker though, unfortunately, but I mean, it's a par 5 and we're hitting 3. So 100 yards up 101, 20%. That's going to be another 20 yards. So we're looking at 121, possibly closer to 125. I'm going to go approach wedge, just pretty much hit a full approach wedge here and see what happens. As long as I make decent contact, should put us on the green somewhere. Oh, that was very thin and left. That's probably off the back. Or hit it so bad that it went nowhere. Well, that's one way to do it. Barely made contact with the club on that. That's a generous par. Okay, on a day like today, swings like that may be generous, but we're 3 under, so sometimes you just gotta take what you get, and if it results in being 3 under through 7 with some not so good swings in there, it is what it is. 8th hole, par 3, 211 down 2. So we got 209. What am I gonna hit here? I want to say 5 iron. It's probably the best club selection here. A little bit worried because the other day, like I said, I was hammering everything and I was getting that 6 iron up towards that number and past it. But we're gonna go 5. See what happens. If I blow it way past the hole and I make really good contact with it, so be it. Ooh, and that is heavy and left. That may be wet. Go, 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 go. All right, we're dry. Pretty poor swing there. 2 in a row. All right, in the rough, 19 yards, 10%, call it another 2. So looking at about 21 here. Gonna go 60 degree. Hit this as close to about 20 as I can here. Not too bad. About a yard or two left. We'll see. It's going to be a little bit on the short side, but we got a little bit of a roll, and we're in the inner circle, so all is good. All right, here we go. 9th and final hole. So we got a par 4, 3 under. I could pretty much get a quad on this and still feel halfway decent. Obviously, I don't want to end it on a quad, but knowing that I'm 3 under going into the 9th and final hole, I could have a horrendous blow-up hole here and still end up somewhere around even par, which is good. Obviously, I don't want to do that. It'd be nice to get a par or a birdie here to finish it off and stay at either 3 or 4 under, but we'll see how it goes. Going driver, as long as I just get it. I mean, this is a decent amount of water. 265 is up there. Hopefully I get it out there, but as long as I just hit it decent enough to get it over this water, I like my chances from there. So I'm not trying to do anything special, just get it in play over the water here. High in the face, a little bit heely. It's going to be up the right, but it'll be over the water. Probably about 240, 250-ish maybe. And I got that generous rollout, 259. That's all we needed. Felt myself kind of hang back on that one. That's what I'm trying to get rid of, keeping my weight further forward, compressing it, swinging down on it a little bit. Obviously, driver swing is different than irons, but I could feel myself on that one trying to kind of hang back on it and help the ball up in the air versus keeping my weight further forward, getting through it a little bit better. 162, up 3, so we're at 165. Gonna go nice smooth 8-iron here. And let's see if we can stick this green and finish this round out with a pretty good score. One of the better ones yet in my books. Go figure. Obviously nicer temperature compared to playing out here in 20, 30, 40 degree weather, but we'll see. Pretty thin and left. See if there's enough to get there to the front. Go, go, go. Straining out for us. All right. Again, thin low line drive, but we got it there. And we finished off with a par. So, pretty good round there. From Glenview Champions. Again, this is a 27-hole championship complex within the Villages. This was the Stirrup Cup course, as you guys can see up top. Ended up with a 3 under 33, so definitely didn't deserve that and didn't feel like I played good enough to have 3 under, but sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles. Sometimes you get unlucky, sometimes you get lucky. This was a lucky one, and we'll take 3 under all day long, every day of the week, plus a couple extra for the next week. 6 out of 7 fairways hit, 6 out of 9 greens in regulation, 12 putts, all really good metrics in my book. Birdies on 2, 4, and 5, the rest were pars, so pretty good round. That's promising. Definitely didn't feel like I got bailed out, certainly, on some of those bad strikes. We got lucky. Sometimes I hit it thin enough to where we got it there or whatnot, but a couple good driver swings in there despite swinging a little bit slower, kind of ramping things back just for the sake of my obliques and soreness. Not trying to, I want to first and foremost get rid of the injuries, the lingering injuries. I feel like I'm about 75%, so want to just have it heal, not try to do anything today that's gonna make anything worse. But I mean, all in all, to be 3 under, not too bad. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. This was a little bit more promising. First driver swing, I was a little bit worried that I would hurt myself, so I think I'm gonna reload things here and do one more championship and then probably finish it up with a executive course with such the nice weather out here today. But that's what I have. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments what you thought. And before my phone goes to sleep, like always, I always leave you guys. Don't forget to like the video, leave me a comment down below, even a one-word comment. Maybe share the video, that always helps. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. But until next time, see you guys in the next course.